Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors Dynasty here on College Football 25. And today is another important one. I mean, they're all really important at this point in the season. We've got another massive game in the second game of the doubleheader. They usually always are the second game of the doubleheader because that's just the way the schedule works out, where we have visit weeks. We're away for the first game and then back home for a visit week. The second game, that's just how the schedule's worked out this season. But week 11 is going to be another important week to get recruits on campus. So hopefully we can win that game pretty comfortably. I think we will. We're a pretty solid team, except for that loss to Stanford this year. But we don't talk about that. So with this episode, this is going to be week 10 and week 11. And then obviously next episode is week 12 and week 13. So there's only two more episodes, including this one, in the regular season here in what is this, year number 4, I think this is, of Hawaii Dynasty. So we've got ourselves real close to the end of the season. Right down to the wire. If we keep winning games, we're a lock for the Pac-12 championship. And if we keep winning games, we're also a lock for the college football playoffs. We are the number 5 team in the country. Maybe we could get a little bit higher. I don't know. Let's go find out. If you go on and enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's go tackle this episode, hopefully 2-0. We've arrived at week number 10. 7-1 on the year, 3-1 in the conference. Obviously, that Stanford game's kind of annoying. We take on the number 22 California Golden Bears today in game 1 of the doubleheader. Game 2 is against Boston College. So BC, they're having a horrible year. They're 1-8 all time, or all season, and 1-5 in the conference. They are absolutely garbage. Then we take on BYU, who are also bad, and then Colorado, who are having a fine year. But we take these two on in the next episode. So we've got back-to-back really trash games, but a couple of solid teams, including California, who's ranked. So it's going to be a little tricky. Hopefully we can sweep and go 4-0. That's obviously the ideal thing to have happen, and that's the goal. We currently stand as the 8th seed in the college football playoffs, but if we are able to win our conference, we might be able to squeeze a bye out of it. I would think we'd be able to push Coastal Carolina or Fresno State out of the positioning because the Pac-12 would be valued higher than their conferences, but you never know. And anything could happen. This is what our recruiting class looks like as we currently stand as the number 6 team in the entire nation with 7 5-stars and 3 4-stars. This is what we've got, including the number 1 player in the country, Jimmy Sims, number 3 player, number 11 player. It goes on and on and on. But today, we get Jimmy Steven on campus, who is a 5-star free safety. He's going to be on campus. We also have Lorenzo Drango, who is a 4-star gem outside linebacker, on campus today. Now, he's not probably going to commit after today's episode because we're 4th in his board, but we need to have this game go well against Boston College so that we can surpass everybody. And then hopefully that visit week in week 14 against North Texas doesn't go very well and he doesn't choose to commit to them. But Lorenzo Drango's kind of up in the air. I don't know if we're going to be able to get him or not. I do believe we can get Jimmy Steven. I don't know if we're going to be able to get him in today's episode, but I do think he'll commit to the school. Sergio Moon, week 12, is an interesting one. I think he should be able to commit to us. And then we've also got Tony Poe, who's a 5-star or 4-star wide receiver. Oscar Camella, we don't have any hours yet, and he also hasn't gotten down to his top 5 schools to offer him a visit, but we're put some hours on the rest of these guys. We did that at the end of last episode. We also are doing a little bit of an experiment at the end of the season here. Troy Goldson has locked us out, but he's still going to be on campus in week 11. And as you can see, the green arrow there is going up. That was from last game. So I want to know, the experiment is, once somebody locks you out, can you still get in? Can you get back in? Can you get unlocked out? So I want to find out. That's why we've kept Troy Goldson on. I don't think you can, but I want to know for sure. So that's why he's going to be still on the board, because week 11, he's coming on campus. Maybe if that visit goes really well, he'll unlock us and we can maybe get him. I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm curious to find out if it actually is possible. But we've got a game here against the Golden Bears. I think this is the team that we played in the Pac-12 championship in last season, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And I think we'll go with this uniform for Golden Bears. The Cal Golden Bears will wear that, and we will wear. You know what? Let's go all white. We'll go all white pants, jersey, helmet, everything, and take down the Golden Bears to stay ranked and maybe bump them out of the top 25. That would be pretty helpful. We will start this game by kicking off to Cal as we enter their ballpark. I've played too much MLB The Show. As we enter their stadium and we try to take them down in hostile territory. They do have a pretty beautiful stadium with the trees in the background and all that kind of stuff. I remember you, Kari Qualls. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's a scrambler because I remember in the Pac-12 championship game, their quarterback was running around like a little fiend. So I'm remembering him. I remember you. And hopefully he's not going to be scrambling much because Laga's right there to sack him on the deep. That was a deep play action they ran there. And Laga was not fooled. He brings him down. That's a good way to start the game right there. A big 9-yard loss. And they're going to run play. Did they not learn? Did they not learn? Somehow he got it away. Oh my God. Ollie Sweet hurt on the wrap up. They ran back-to-back play actions and it's back-to-back sacks. I don't know what their game plan is there. Why are they running back-to-back play actions? It's going to be a handout to the running back. He'll get denied instantly by Alani Yo because he's a beast. And somehow they avoided the safety. Qualls was able to break the tackle of Laga and avoid the safety. But they get pushed back. That was 3 straight plays of lost yardage. They just went backwards instead of forwards there. I'm not quite sure what their game plan was there. If they saw that the first play action lost them 9 yards, why would they run the exact same play action or a similar play action on the very next play? Did they not learn their lesson? Obviously, they didn't. As the boys come out on offense for the first time, Steven Kranchik has had an unbelievable freshman year. Certainly going to be best running back in consideration for the best running back. Definitely freshman All-American, maybe even regular All-American first team. I would think. I mean, he's got a chance. Oh my God! Did you see what he just did there? Steven Kranchik to the end zone, touchdown, Hawai'i. I mean, is there really any running back better than this guy in college football? He's just a freshman. He's going to continue to get better as the years go on. But this is the type of guy where you turn on ESPN and Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, Dan Orlovsky, all of these boys are talking. This guy could go number 1 overall in this draft instead of being, you have to wait 2 more years until he's a junior. He could go number 1 overall in the current draft. That's the type of talent we're talking about with Steven Kranchik. He is a generational type of running back, which you don't see very often anymore in modern NFL or modern football, because the game has kind of gone away from that type of running back. But every once in a while you'll get one. Adrian Peterson, generational type of running back. Who else? Maybe Derrick Henry's probably a generational type of running back. He's probably the last generational type of running back I would consider. I mean, there's a levels to how good of a running back you can be, obviously. Same with any position. But I'd say Derrick Henry's probably the last true generational running back. This quarterback sucks. Kari Qualls, I remember you giving me a little bit of a struggle in the Pac-12 championship game, but he can't read defenses, and he's horrible in calling plays. I guess he's not really calling the plays, but still, I mean, the back-to-back play actions was very... Wow, Kai Shirley broke his tailbone. He's done for the year? Oh, that's kind of tough, actually. Hold on. Kai Shirley breaks his tailbone. He's done for the season. Was he the one who just caught that interception? He might have been the one who just caught that interception. So he's our starting strong safety, obviously. That means Evan Johnson's going to have to stop playing sub linebacker, and he's going to have to come step up and play some actual strong safety. I could just start the freshman there. Let's just start Richard Starks at strong safety. He's got the speed. We've seen him put the football on the ground by causing fumbles. He's an amazing talent. So let's give him the opportunity to start as a freshman. He's been playing all year. He gets on the field every once in a while, and he plays a lot on special teams. So let's get him a chance here as a starter. And Kranchik runs over another guy, breaks a tackle. Oh my God, I never get this many broken tackles. Kranchik's going kind of crazy right now. He's going absolutely hog wild as we're finally going to pass the football here. Last episode was a big game for Geo Starks. I do remember that. I'm going to step up with Leo Van Dyke. So instead of passing, we're just going to run again, this time just a different way with Leo, who can move. He's a mover and a shaker. He can get things done with his legs if he needs to. Let's go underneath. That's going to be Geo Starks, and the freshman's in. Touchdown, Hawaii. We are absolutely murdering the Golden Bears right now. 2 straight drives of dominance. I mean, it helps that we got the interception, but I don't even know why Quarles would throw that ball. I mean, he threw it. He just kind of lobbed it. It wasn't even really a chance that he had there. It was always going to be intercepted. Not quite sure what he was seeing. I know he's trying to go like one-on-one maybe with the safety, but bad decision. We'll see what he does on this next possession here. They have not run the ball. They faked it with play action, but they're not actually, I mean, they're doing it again. They're not running the football. And Quarles, I mean, now Quarles will start running the football himself. Hand off to your running back. I remember the running back of, maybe this is a different guy. I remember the running back of California in the Pac-12 championship game being a little bit tough to bring down. Oh, that's a great throw. See, that's the type of stuff that he wanted, and he's got the wheels. Rashad Starks has got 99 speed. Wow. I mean, Rashad didn't make the tackle, but I think it was Makana Meyer. Who is that out there? No, it was Matthew Sherrills who made the tackle. That's crazy speed from that wide receiver. I don't know who that is, but it looked like Tavon Austin out there. Pick that off. Oh, Rashad Starks was, I mean, he was on him. There's not much else he could do there. Josiah Martin. Is he the guy who caught the other pass? Because he is fast if it is. He's got some real speed. They should have been doing that from the beginning. Throwing to the flat, getting their athletes out in space. I guess that's probably why they didn't run the football, because they just got destroyed right there. Ooh, Taekwon Tate has not been in the game very much this season, and he's going to blow it up along with Trejo. They're both going to blow it up. Kranchik leads the country in yards, which is pretty nice. I'm going to call a blitz. That might be a bad idea, but I'm going to call one. Alani Yo's got a lot of speed. Although he's not going to be able to get there this time. Laga, shut that down, Laga. Oh, he juked me. He didn't even have to juke. It was a manual juke. He didn't even do an actual juke. He was going to go outside. I fell for it, and then he curls back inside, and he got me. And it doesn't help that Laga out in space is not very mobile in a horizontal line, so he couldn't really flip his hips that well. Flip the hips? And Cal will put 7 on the board. That was a very good drive from them. Better than their 2 previous drives, that's for sure. Oh, Bliss got caught. Bliss got absolutely caught. That was going to be gone, too. This play will end the first quarter here in Hawaii. Oh, Pelham Liu with a great run there. We'll go into the second quarter, up by a touchdown, trying to make it up by 2 again. We'll be able to? I hope so. We've only got 8 passing yards, 87 rushing yards. Although we've had favorable field position. We haven't really needed to pass the football. And Kranchik's not really struggled to run it, to be fair. But you wouldn't expect otherwise. He's a beast. There's the handoff. There's Kranchik, and he will go down. I lost the tackle battle there. I got into it a little bit too late. Let's go with the drag play. This is usually a money play for me. Let's go back to it here. Wait for it. Wait for it. See, when they have a guy just wait in the middle there, it really ruins that play, because really the only route that I'm looking at on that one is Felix across the middle underneath. And when they have a guy like that watching it, just standing there in the middle of the field, a middle linebacker, just ruins it, because then you have to wait so long for him to pass him, and then usually he does it, and it's just, as you can see, it doesn't go very well. So it's just kind of frustrating. But that play usually works pretty well. And Pelham, he's got himself a big-time gain. The blocking is immaculate right now. We're kind of going a little crazy. I really want to switch this to a pass and throw a deep ball, but stick to the game plan, run the football with Pelham and with Kranchik. But Kranchik's taking a lot of time off right now. Pelham's getting a lot of carries. All right, Kranchik comes back in. The handoff, break it outside. Look at Steven Kranchik go. Juke move. He doesn't have. He's not a juke gut kind of guy. He's more of a run you over type of guy. He's not gonna dodge you. He's gonna run through you. That's more of his play style. If I send Geo deep, he might have a chance to beat that down the field. Not really. And I'm just gonna have to toss this away. That never really opened. Cal had good coverage on that one. None of my guys could really separate. I guess that's the reason why we are running the ball a lot today and not passing it. Although Peters, who is also a freshman, I might want to send him just straight deep. Did he hear it? I think he heard it. Oh, this is not looking good. Can I get that out? That's going to be picked as... No, it's not. Tuafeli. I thought I might have been picked off for a second. It was kind of lobbed in that direction. I thought they were going to make a play on it. And it looks like Liu's going to get the touchdown here. Snap it just before the 2-minute warning. And Pelham got tripped, but he's in. Touchdown, Hawaii. We take a 2-touchdown lead again. That was pretty good effort by the Cal defensive tackle. He got pushed to the ground, but he reached his arm out and tripped Pelham. But luckily, it was only like a couple yards away, so he just fell over the line and got across. But with under 2 minutes to go, we now lead by 2 scores again, and I really hope that Cal goes back to how their offense was moving in the first couple of drives, which was non-existent. We just need to get some more of that defensive pressure. If we can get back on Qualls. Oh, Laga, you got to put your hands up there. You threw that right over your head. I know you weren't looking that way, but you got to at least put your hands up. Always be aware. It looks like they've adjusted, though. They have not run play action in a minute. Oh, Laga's forcing him now, and that's going to be, off Evan Johnson. I tried to get it intercepted there. I really did. That's what's the good thing about having a strong safety play sub linebacker is because usually the sub linebacker in coverage goes after the running back. Oh my God. Rashad Starks, the freshman, knocks it incomplete. Not a lot of people are going to be outrunning Rashad Stark. That's the whole thing. He's got 99 speed. He's going to be staying with a lot of people. That's a deep throw, 4th and 5, and they will punt it away. Yep. Awesome. They're punting it right back to us. Under a minute to go in the half. We get the ball to start the second half, which is nice. We just got to score and then get the ball back and score again. It's very simple. Matthew Bliss will get stood up at the 18. Got to make sure to turn shoe clock off so I don't screw myself. And we'll go slot fades because, I mean, we got Geo Starks, who's a beast. But it doesn't look like it's going to work, so I'm going to scramble here. Leo's going to get rolled up. We'll hurry up because we don't have anything going on. Call the exact same play. And hopefully that safety doesn't follow. I don't think he did. Oh, that's not a good enough ball, but it's going to get there anyway, and Gio will hold on. It was not a great ball from Leo Van Dyke. He's thrown better. But it does get there just enough for Gio to hold on. Gio's a good player, man. I like Gio. I'm glad that we have him, and he's getting a lot of play time because he's the replacement for Mathias Felix. We thought maybe Matthew Bliss would be that, and he still could be. I'm not going to take that away from him. But Geo Starks is the game changer. He's the real deal. Christ. Get that to Mathias. Turn up the field. Mathias, call a timeout, 7 seconds. Okay. We've still got time here to maybe call 2 plays. We still got a timeout as well. I'm going to roll. Fire. End zone. Caught. Is it Tuafeli? I think it is. It is. Touchdown, Hawaii. It's Tuafeli. That's a big touchdown. We go up 28-7, a 21-point deficit for Cal, and we get the ball to start the second half so we can go up by 28 points, which would be just unbelievably awesome. I don't think anybody's going to commit off of this game. They could. I'm not saying they won't, but I just don't think it's going to happen. That'll be the end of the half. We go up 28-7? Yeah, 28-7. Huge lead. And we get the ball. This is all working up to a big blowout. All right, boys, let's do our job. Start the second half here, score another touchdown, absolutely blow this game out of the water. I mean, technically it already is blown out of the water. It's 28-7. We'd have to royally screw this up for the Cal Golden Bears to get back in this game. It's possible. We've had crazy things happen on this channel before. but I'd be super upset if that was the case. Super upset if that was the case. If we blew this game. Fetu Mama will get the first down and more. Good job. And we will continue to drain this third quarter clock. You know I love to drain the third quarter clock so that we can go into the fourth quarter with the only possession being ours to start the second half. And we absolutely just take all the time away. They have no chance to get anything back. We just completely control the ball game. And oh man, Derek Boyd the second had a little burst of speed there. You see that? That was kind of wild. Kind of cray. We've already taken a bunch of time off. We're under 3 minutes. Kranchik will get the handoff again. He'll run over a dude, as he is known to do. He's already got 9 carries for 98 yards. And you wonder why he leads the country in rushing yards, because he gets monstrous gains every single time he gets the handoff. Although we do have to be worried. I mean, we've ran him a lot in these, 10 games, 10 weeks, 9 games. Oh, that was bad. I kind of got stuck there. We've run him a lot. So we're going to have to be worried about his wear and tear as we get deeper into this season. And playoff time is mainly what I'm talking about. Ooh, Mathias took a big hit there. But I think he should be good. And we have, it's not like we have scrubs as backups. We've got Pelham Liu and Derek Boyd. So we're good in backup territory, but you can't replace that. That's the type of stuff you can't. And 5-star true freshman Kevin Hawker has picked up an injury. That's not good. Luckily, we're pretty deep on the offensive line, including tackle. And we got even deeper with this recruiting class because we brought in another 5-star tackle, I'm pretty sure. Or we're going to bring in one. But that is not good. I like Kevin Hawker. He's a really good player. He's good enough to start as a true freshman. I like him a lot. But he's out right now, and maybe he might be out for the rest of the game. I can't believe we lost Kai Shirley for the entire season with that stupid injury. Kranchik puts that in there, and Kevin Hawker is done for the day. He's got muscle cramps. You know what? If this was a closer game, I'd be more upset because I'd be like, you know what, dude, just get in the game. Suck it up and get in the game. But since we're up 35-7 and the backups are probably going to come in anyway, it's not that big of a deal. Get rested. It's not like we have a big game next week. So we're taking on BC, who's like 1 win this deep into the year. So it's not like we're taking on a powerhouse or anything. I'm just glad that we're not struggling against Cal, because I do remember that Pac-12 game or that championship game last season being a little bit of a tough battle to get past them. So I'm glad that it's not like that today, and that's a big sack. I don't know who it is. Is it Ramon Funk? It absolutely is. The sophomore Ramon Funk. Big time sack on Qualls there. Huge. Can we get to the quarterback again? Yes, we can. It is Ramon Funk again. Back-to-back plays, back-to-back sacks. Although they counted that as half a sack. And it's 3rd and 25. This is going about as perfectly as I could have ever asked for. I will bring the backups in. Oh, the tight end broke a tackle there. He's going to break this tackle as well. He got a lot of those yards back. 4th and 9. Are they going to go for it? They absolutely are. Why wouldn't they? They're down 35-7 in the 4th quarter. You got to go for it. Qualls fires, caught, 1st down, California. You got to stay with your guys. You got to stay with your boys there. What are we doing? What are we doing? Get there. He's going to throw it deep. It's 2-on-1. Somebody picked that off, and it's intercepted by Matthew Sherrills. Huge interception, but this receiver's going to track him down. 2-on-1, what did you expect to have happen there? What did you expect? We're going to actually sub in all of the backups, mass sub the backups, and we will start to drain this clock. We've got Mike Alejado, who we have not seen in a minute. At one point in this series, Mike Alejado was thought to be maybe the guy in charge. He was the future. He was the solution. But it ended up not working out for him that way, as we pulled in a 5-star in Leo Van Dyke. But, Mike, he had his moments. He was at one point the most athletic quarterback we had on the roster. I'd say, even if Van Dyke doesn't have as much speed as Micah does, which I think he's got more speed, actually. I'm not 100% sure. But I do think that, in general, Van Dyke is more athletic than Alado. But he's a senior, and he hasn't played much in a couple of years, so we might as well get him some play time here as we are absolutely just obliterating this team. Absolutely destroying California. They have not seen anything like this in a long time. And Mike Alejado, he doesn't really feel that fast anymore, but he's able to pull away from the Cal defenders. I kind of want to see his. Oh, we've got Keelan Streeter. I kind of want to see his throws. Oh, Keelan fell down. Keelan Streeter is a hyped up prospect. He is a little bit like Cam Barfield. We've talked about him for a season and a half now, basically. He's very similar in his stats and attributes to the GOAT, Cam Barfield. So I'm excited to get him some more usage as these seasons move forward. The addition of Kranchik does kind of hurt the possibility. Oh, Peters dropped it. Does hurt the possibility of Streeter getting on the field, but he's good enough to where we'll be able to find him. And we rotate our running back. We rotate our running backs fairly consistently on this in this team, as Alejado goes down very, very sadly. All right, who's on this roster? McGarry, we're gonna user him and try to get some pressure on the QB. Oh, good power rush from Gary, and he's gonna try to blow this up. No, Lotulele couldn't blow it up, but Alani Yo's in there. I love Alani Yo. He's just so fast. You don't see linebackers with 90 speed. He's just so quick. He's like a safety that's just huge. I mean, look at that speed. He's a safety in a linebacker's body. And that's the type of player the NFL is looking for. So Alani Yo is going to have himself a lot of opportunities at the next level as the quarterback will break off a sack. How did he do that? There was like 3 white jerseys there. How did he get through that? That's crazy. I didn't know we had Superman playing against us. My God. That was insane. Lotulele, tackle this man. Win the tackle battle. He does. 4th and 2. And they will go for their final play of the game, most likely, if we can stop him here. I'm going to be Alani. Oh, I was going to say I was going to be Alani Yo, but I couldn't. Tyreek Tate blows it up. Forget about Alani Yo. We got Tyreek Tate. The senior comes up huge. Absolutely massive. And now that will be the ball game. Because all we got to do here is get 1 first down, which Derek Boyd does. And now we can just kneel it. Or they want me to keep running, I guess. But now we can just end this football game and win 35-7. Now, like I said, I don't think anybody's going to commit off of this game. They might. I don't think they will, but they might. It might be such an impressive win that they say I can't go anywhere else. I got to commit to Hawaii. They're too much of a powerhouse. Keelan Streeter gets the handoff, and he will go down to 16. That's the ball game, 35-7. Very convincing victory. I mean, Cal did not do themselves any favors. They started horribly in this game. They scored in the first quarter and could not score again. I'm glad that they weren't as good as they were on that drive that they scored on. I'm glad they weren't like that the entire game, because that could have posed a little bit of a challenge for us. But luckily, our defense stepped up, and the defensive line was crazy today. We were going absolutely insane on the pass rush, which is not something that usually happens. Sometimes we'll get like a sack or 2 in a game, but most of the time it's just have to rely on the secondary. But here we go, simulating to week number 11, our big visit week. Will we get any commitments, or will we have to wait? We will have nobody commit. Goldson has officially committed to Missouri. Of course, he wants to ruin my experiment. He just had to, didn't he? He just had to ruin my experiment. I wanted to find out if it was possible to get unlocked out, and now we can't because he committed. And I mean, it's not worth keeping him on the board if he decommits from Missouri, because I doubt that he would. So we're just going to take him off the board. But I really wanted to find out if that was possible. We have 255 hours. Look at the jump we made for these 3 stars, though. We can now offer a visit to Oscar Camella, and I guess we do week 12. Might as well. What's he like? He likes Coach Prestige. Coach Prestige is a B+ for us. That'll have to work. We've already got Poe. Durango, see, this is dangerous. Because Durango, we jumped up all the way to number 2 from number 4. But look at that North Texas bar. There's barely a sliver in between them committing and not, I don't know if Lorenzo Durango's in our future. Sergio Moon were jumped to Alabama. That's good. Jimmy Steven could commit with the win here against BC. We might as well put the rest of the points onto these 3 stars because we have them. So let's take off these and put some points on them. Okay, there we go. Did I want to put points on DeMarco Vanover? I think I did, right? He's 6'5". We could turn him into a tight end. He'd probably be amazing. 6'5" with 90 speed at tight end would pretty much be unbeatable. So we'll go in on him. We might as well scout these other guys as we have the hours to. A gem, a Mecha Adongo. 88 tackle, I like. 83 speed's good. Good enough for linebacker. I like that. We might be able to get in that race. Nobody's recruiting him, or at least offered him a scholarship yet, so we might as well go in on him. And I remember these 2 guys, Devin Treggs. Yes, Devin Treggs. Let's go after him as well. And then we've got DeAndre Mixon, who I wanted to finish scouting. He's a gem. All right, we'll offer a Scully and put 10 hours on him. All right, let's move you up top and move you up top. This could be a pretty awesome recruiting class if we're able to bring in everybody on this board, including a couple extra 5-stars to add to that board, which you already have 7 of. That would be, I mean, pretty much guaranteed #1 class in the country, right? It'd have to be. But today we take on Boston College, who are just awful. Absolutely awful. And they have the bandana for that. I think that wasn't the guy that was in 9/11 and he passed away, but he wore a bandana. He was like a firefighter or something, but he went to BC. I think that's what that's for. They'll rock. What are they gonna rock here? Should they just wear the aways? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And since we went all white with the away jerseys, we'll go all black for the home jerseys, and we will take on BC. And this could be another ugly one. I didn't think the Cal game was going to be that ugly, but this one might be over quick. For the second game in a row, we will kick off to start it, but that's for the best because then we can do the double dip in the second half as Rashard Starks misses the tackle there, but we brought him down anyway. And we will take down BC. They are 1-6, and they've got a man who looks like a truck driver as their starting quarterback. We'll see what happens. All right, this team doesn't have a good left tackle, so we'll be using Ollie Swede more than Laga today. As Ollie Swede will blow up that play action. You see how long that took? My God, that was a long read option there. Not sure what the game plan was. They got to do that quicker. Got to do that a little quicker. And our crowd is making it super difficult for them to hear their adjustments. They hand off again. He gets blown up by Jermichael Powell. The senior from Washington is not going to let that vibe. That was crazy. And already it's 3rd and 14. What is it with our defense today? We are going absolutely nuclear. Ramon Funk got the sack. That's 3 in 2 games. Well, 2.5, I guess, because they gave him a half. That is a huge sack for Ramon Funk. And it's 4th and 20. That's a 3 and out. This could be an ugly one. An absolutely ugly one. We'll see how good their defense is. Bliss will call for the fair catch. We'll start at the 44. Mathias, Felix, 10 touchdowns on the season, 670 yards, 30 catches. That's pretty good considering we barely throw the football. We barely ever throw the football, do we? It's mainly just handing it off to our star running back, Steven Kranchik. But this might not be a running game. This might be a little bit of a passing game, which I'm not opposed to all the time. I mean, not if it's not every single game. I think we're more effective as a run team. But we've got athletes on all sides of the ball. At every position. Including Geo Starks, who's a freaking stud. And he's going to be going for the slot fade here. This could be a beautiful moment. It's not going to be open. And I'm not going to be able to take... Oh, I got out of the sack. Let's go. I was able to get 2 yards. I didn't want to throw that because I didn't think it was going to be worth it. So, wait, did my man just... I think he was pointing at somebody. That was kind of crazy. Underneath, Starks again. He's just so fast. No linebacker can really cover Geo. It's not really an indictment on your team. It's just there's not really a linebacker that can cover Geo Starks unless you're Alani Yo, but we have him on our team. So that kind of sucks for everybody else. I mean, oh my God, look at this defensive line. They've got one guy with his well, two guys in the hand in the dirt. Look at this. I could run through that hole. That's crazy. The disrespect shown to Steven Kranchik. We might be seeing our backups earlier than the fourth quarter. We might be seeing them in the second quarter, depending on how gross this game gets. Pittsburgh is the #1 team in the nation. We stayed at number 5, by the way. I didn't mention that, but we stayed number 5. Pittsburgh's #1 team in the nation. They take on the #7 Notre Dame Fighting Irish. That's a massive game because if Pittsburgh loses, they're obviously out of the #1 spot. We have a chance to jump into that. That'd be pretty awesome. That's going to be not a tackle from Rashad Starks. That ball's out, but it's out of bounds. Alani Yo, I think he popped it out and almost picked it up. But they were too close to the sideline. That ball just goes out of bounds. Unfortunate. Very much unfortunate. And it'll be a handoff. They're starting to get a little tricky. They're doing some strategery here because they know that their normal offense can't really work against us because we're super good. So we're going to have to try and shut this down. They'll change the play, bring the tight end to the offensive line, and then hand it. No, it's play action. And they're going to go to the side, and it's off the hands of the receiver. I didn't even get a hand on it. He dropped it. I thought it was going to be an easy pick, but the receiver, attacked the football, but he didn't catch it. Just bounced off his hands. He's got bricks for hands. Another pass. Meyer trying to catch him. He's not going to, and the tight end's got more space. He's out of bounds at the 37. Okay, it's getting a little ugly here. BC's actually got some motion here. What's going on? Our defense is not performing. Pick that off. Pick it off. Turn me into the guy, please. He dropped it again, but I could have picked that off so easily. So easily if I would have been able to just get to the guy that I wanted to get it to. Quarterback's got nobody to throw to. 2-on-1. Interception. It's Rashad Starks, the true freshman. He's got 99 speed, but he didn't get a burst there. He just kind of ran. He didn't get any speed. Not ideal for the truck driver quarterback from BC. He just threw it to double coverage. What are you doing there, big dog? And I might just lob this up. It's going to have a chance off the hand of the DB for Boston College. Cortland Williams. Leo just doesn't have the absolute cannon that I'm looking for. What was that, Leo? Angel Raymond was wide open there. I'm not sure what that pass was. Completely off target. Ooh, that could be a burner type of throw right here. Fatu Mama! He brought it in. Whoa. That's the type of catch I'm looking for. That was a crazy good catch from Fatu Mama. Oh, Christ. Leo, just don't get a sack here. Oh, he's going to break a tackle. He took a big hit. I didn't want to take a hit there. I wanted to try to slide, but it just wasn't going to happen. That'll be the end of the first quarter. It's only 7-0 here. BC's done a good job of keeping this close. Their defense is starting to tighten up here. I don't like it. They've got negative 11 rushing yards. That's kind of funny. I wonder if we can get that negative triple digits. That'd be hilarious. We need to have a couple of huge sacks probably. The Pac-12 standings, we currently sit at number 3 behind Colorado and Stanford because Colorado is undefeated in the Pac-12. Good news, we play Colorado to end our season. So we have a chance to get our revenge on Stanford because if Stanford wins out and we beat Colorado, then it would be Stanford versus us in the Pac-12 championship. And obviously Stanford is the team that has beaten us, the only team that's beaten us. So that would be pretty sick to get our revenge. If I could lob that in, it's going to be right there, Mathias Felix. He's got the sickest juke in the country. Oh my God, Mathias Felix is disgusting. Oh my God, he's so good. He's just so good. And he's got ice in the veins. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Back-to-back jukes. That's a whoop and a whoop. Oh my God. It wasn't the greatest ball from Leo Van Dyke, But Mathias catches it, and it's whoop, and then it's whoop. Oh, absolute utter insanity. I got to see that again, man. That's just absolutely nuts. Wasn't the greatest ball. I just needed to get over the head of that DB, which it does. He's wide open. And then just a nasty juke, and then an even nastier juke. Break. Look at this man's knee. That's an ACL tear. Look at that. That's an ACL tear. It's over for him. It's over for Bozo. Your career's done, big dog. Pack it up. Pack it up. You are no longer a college football player. Whoop. Oh, that's disgusting from Mathias. Absolutely disgusting. We're going to zoom in. We're going to make it the thumbnail because Mathias Felix deserves it. Absolutely nasty. Oh, God. I knew that he had nasty juke, but back to back? I mean, are you... Oops, I might have missed that. Oh, I got it through. Okay, perfect. That was pretty disgusting. That's diabolical, the kids would say. But with 5 minutes to go in the half, BC's down 14-0. BC is down 14-0. Do they have what it takes to get back in this game? I mean, the numbers don't lie. It spells disaster for you. It's at sacrifice, that's for sure. They are not really that good this year. They're 1-8. I wonder who the one team is that they beat. Probably FCS school, if I had to guess. And that doesn't really count as a win, does it? I hope this dude throws it down the field in double coverage again, because he's just begging for an interception. Begging on my knees for another interception. Army's just beat UTSA 32-7, by the way, if you caught that at the bottom of the screen. Alanio with another tackle. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait for Alanio to play next year, man. He's going to be even better. I hope he gets a crazy good training in the offseason because he's going to be such a freak. Oh, but speaking of being a freak, he couldn't keep up with the running back there. That's unbelievable. I think was that a Texas route, halfback angle? That's kind of annoying. Right as I was hyping up Alani for being such a monster, he gets absolutely torched by the running back. That's okay. I never said he was amazing in coverage. I just said he's an absolute monster athlete. Quarterback keeps it, and he fires the sideline. I tried to dive, but I was a little bit late there. All right, Boston College actually making me sweat a little bit, actually trying to ruin my donut here. I got a jelly filled, and they want to ruin it. Interception. No, it's not going to be intercepted. It's not even going to be caught, though. The wide receiver kind of made a weird move where he was behind my guy, and then all of a sudden when he made an attack on the football, he jumped in front. Wasn't really expecting that. Jemai Otis is not that fast, and I missed the tackle. Oh, why do I suck? I missed the cut stick, and Darrell Truman, whatever his name is, he ran right past me. I thought that I would simply just knock him out with the cut stick, and I completely just whiffed. Which is what I normally do, isn't it? I shouldn't really be surprised. It's 7-7, by the way. Pittsburgh, Notre Dame. That's a massive game. That's probably where College Game Day went for this week. Because, I mean, that's kind of crazy. The number 1 team versus the number 7 team in the country. I really hope, for our sake, Pittsburgh loses. It would just help us out a little bit. Because I think the way the bracket's filled out right now is we would have a home playoff game, and then we would play Pittsburgh if we were to win our home playoff game. But that's most likely not what's going to be what's going to happen when the playoffs actually come around. Because I'm hoping that we can make it to the Pac-12 championship, win the Pac-12, and then get a bye. That's the goal. Who knows if that's how it's going to play out, but that is the goal. And it should happen. I think we had a bye last season, didn't we? When we won the Pac-12? So, I think it should happen that way. Great blocks by the wide receivers. Kranchik with a stiff arm, and he gets pushed out of bounds. But Steven Kranchik said, I'm not going down. You're going to have to push me out of bounds. We make it to the 2-minute warning. I'll try the slot fade again. Gio just needs to get a burst. If he can just get a burst, he's gone. And he got a burst. It's in the end zone. It's over the shoulder, just out of reach. Oh, why can I not hit the slot fade today? I am not on point with the slot fade tonight. That is crazy. Oh, that would have been a beautiful pass on the run as well. Can Mathias do it again? Oh, I was going to say, if he would have juked out more than 2 people, that would have been absolutely nuts. I really wanted that slot fade to work. And it should have. It just is a little off target. Maybe if I set my feet, it would have been better, but just got a little bit too excited there. Oh, was I across the line? Touchdown! I thought I was across the line of scrimmage, but it's Tuafeli. Siaki Tuafeli with an unbelievable catch and maybe an even more unbelievable throw from Leo Van Dyke. They're going to booth review it. I think he was in. If anything, it's at the 1. Oh, I don't even know. That's tough. They're going to give me the touchdown there. That's a tough call. I don't even know if I would call this a touchdown. First off, what is the line of scrimmage at? The line of scrimmage looks like the 16. So, did I pass the 16-yard line when I threw this? Oh, I got real close. I got to the 15 and a half. Oh, look at that foot. If I would have gotten all across that, I would have been upset. But I just didn't get it. And then Tuafeli drags the toes. That is prime. That's about as good of toe drag swag as you'll ever see. And he gets the ball across the pylon. I mean, I don't know if I'd call this a touchdown, but they're going to call it a touchdown. That's close. But it's going to work in our favor. It's 21-7. Beautiful throw from Leo Van Dyke and a beautiful catch from Siaki Tuafeli. And we lead by 2 touchdowns. Absolutely perfect. We need to add 1 more touchdown without them scoring so that we can surpass the blowout threshold and get that bonus for these visits that are on campus. I think it's only 2 guys on campus. Maybe 3. I can't remember exactly. Oh, Dylan Pelshak. Oh, God. Not you. Not you again, Dylan. In the offseason, we're going to have a major think about what we do with Dylan Pelshak. He's a liability, to say the least. But then again, his numbers on paper are going to look very good because he's made a lot of plays over the course of this season. But you can't just look at the numbers on paper. You got to actually watch the film and see him in live action. And in live action, he's a liability. So I don't know what we're going to do with him. He's a great player. Again, on paper. Get to the quarterback. Ramon Funk, have yourself a day. Ramon Funk, another sack. He continues to absolutely feast on the quarterbacks today. This has been the Ramon Funk episode. Absolutely. Ollie Swede, and he got to the quarterback as well, but this time he throws it away. He's going to be feeling that one. He's going to be in his geometry exam on Monday, and he's going to be feeling that one. Oh, don't let this running back get all those yards back. Thank God. Let's call a timeout here because they're going to waste a lot of time as they punt the ball back. We have a chance to score before the half and then score at the beginning of the second half, which you know is what I love to do. It is the double dip. Matthew Bliss back to return. He should have a decent return this time. I mean, that's fine. It's a couple yards, not anything crazy. Give me a slot fade. You know what I want. You know I want a slot. They're not going to dial one up for me. All right, we'll see if we get it a little bit later. 28 seconds, 2 timeouts. Field goal range would be awesome, but a touchdown would be even more awesome. We're going to hit cross, and we're just going to run out of bounds here just to save time and save that timeout. Slot fade. There it is. Fade smash. Absolutely. That's what I was looking for. Geo Starks, I need you to just run. Run, Forrest, run. Chuck it down the field. It's going to get there. It's there. Caught by Geo Starks. Timeout called by the Rainbow Warriors. It worked. It wasn't a touchdown, but it worked. Absolutely. Leo executed it to perfection. We're going to go to Fetu Mama. He's going to cut up the field. Fetu Mama's into the end zone. It's another touchdown for the Rainbow Warriors. and we lead by a big margin. 28-7. We've achieved one half of the double dip with 12 seconds remaining. And Notre Dame leads 14-7 as they enter, or they're close to entering the end of the half. They got about 2 minutes to go in the first half there. 14-7. Notre Dame leads on the number one team in the nation. I really hope that's a big win for Notre Dame. I mean, it would move Notre Dame up to probably the top 4, I would think, with that victory. But it would certainly give us a chance because we're number 5. If we beat BC and Pittsburgh loses, that might move us into the top 3. Who knows? I don't know who's ahead of us. 28-7 at half. We've absolutely dominated Boston College, which is what I expected, and I don't expect anything less in the second half. We start the second half with the football, as we have done 2 times now in this episode. We started with the ball in the second half against Cal, and we just need to absolutely obliterate BC, get the backups in pretty early. I mean, if we score here, the backups might come in. I'm not even being facetious. The backups might enter the ball game in the third quarter. There's a very good shot. Or the fourth quarter, depending on if we can take the whole third quarter away. Kranchik runs over a man, ends his career. Cortland will... Oh, that's the dude that got the deflection earlier in the game. I remember his name. But he's injured now, so good good for him. Cross. I'm not a big fan of Cross. He just doesn't have speed like Angel Raymond, but that's because Angel Raymond is a wide receiver converted into a tight end, which is what I'm hoping that 3-star wide receiver that's 6'5" that we're recruiting right now. I'm hoping we can do that same thing for him because he's got like 90 speed. So having him at tight end would be pretty sick as well. And that's, I think, kind of the meta for College Football 25, at least for recruiting tight ends. You don't actually recruit actual tight ends. You just convert big body receivers to be tight ends. It seems to work out pretty good. At least that's what I've found. Unless the tight end's absolutely like generational. But for the most part, you don't really find that. Can I get around this guy? Yes, I can. Leo Van Dyke, lower the shoulder, big dog. And he gets around. He walked the tightrope. I wasn't sure I was able to get through there. He walked the tightrope and punched it in for a big gain. And Kranchik cut up the field. Steven Kranchik falls down at the 2. We are knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking. 2nd and inches. Oh, God, no blocking help from the offensive line. And it's 3rd and through. Oh, that's unbelievable. You got to give me a little bit of help there. Pelham comes in. I'm going to switch to a run because I believe in Joe Hendry. So we're going to give Pelham Liu the handoff. And he's going to get in, squeezing through. He got skinny. And he gets in the end zone for the touchdown. He sharks a touchdown away from Kranchik, but that's okay because it's a 35-7 victory for us. Well, it will be a 35-7 victory. And I'm going to put the backups in once we get back on offense. I'll let the defense have one more drive for the starters. But I'll let the backups come in after that. And we throw a big hit on him, knock him down at the 16-yard line. I'd love a 3-and-out. That would be awesome. 21-14. Pittsburgh is down in the game to Notre Dame, and I think they got 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. That game is going crazy right now. Nobody's watching this game unless you're a Hawai'i fan. Everybody has flipped over to that Pittsburgh Notre Dame game. That's probably got... I don't know who would be on the call for that game, because it wouldn't be like AC... Would it be ACC? It wouldn't... No, it's too big of a game for it to be on ACC coverage. So it'd probably be one of the national... Maybe Brad Nessler's on that call. I don't know, man. It wouldn't be like Herbstreit and Fowler. They do night games, so it wouldn't be those guys. But it could be a combination of a couple big people. I don't know. We enter the fourth quarter leading 35-7. Both these games today have been kind of easy, which is it's good because it's a nice little change of pace. Usually we don't get games like this. Usually we have to struggle and claw our way to a victory in the fourth quarter where we barely sneak by with a W. But these two games, which I didn't think was going to be the case. I thought California would be a little bit tougher team, but they completely sucked in that. I mean, back-to-back play actions, they lost tons of yardage on those first two plays. Don't know what they were thinking. Ollie Swede with a sack there. He's coming up on his final games of his collegiate career. Although we're gonna have playoff football hopefully, so he'll have more games as Evan Johnson just sharks a touch or an interception there, and he might have a pick six return. The only man to beat is the quarterback, and he got blocked there. And diving touchdown, Evan Johnson, pick six. This one is over. OVA. It's over. And that's why you have a safety play linebacker, because he can outrun everybody. And now, it'd probably be a good idea to put them backups in so we don't get any injuries. Because that's the last thing that we need is injuries. But we have achieved, by a big margin, the blowout threshold. 42-7 obviously is more than 17 points, so... Oh, they already put the backups in. Perfect. The backups are already in. Or at least that's what it said. Maybe I have to do it myself. I mean, it says mass sub starters, so I guess I'll do that. Mass sub starters, and then mass sub backups. All right, there we go. We'll see after this play, if it worked. Throw another pick, please. Throw another pick. He's going to throw it. It's picked up by Evan Johnson. That's a lurk, and I didn't even try to do it. Can he get another pick six? Evan Johnson, run him over. Evan, stay in bounds. No! He almost got in. Back-to-back pick sixes would have been kind of insane. I wonder if that's ever been done before. 2 throws, 2 interceptions, 2 pick sixes by the same players that never been done before. Derek Boyd will walk in for a very simple touchdown. And this one, I mean, it was already over, but this one now is 1,000% over. 5:25 to go in the game. This quarterback just keeps throwing bad passes. And he got lurked by the CPU because I wasn't even Evan Johnson, so I was not lurking him. He got lurked by the CPU player, and uh-oh. Okay, good. I thought we were about to get kick returned on. 21, still 21-14. 19 seconds to go in the third quarter for Notre Dame. If they could hold on, that'd be a big upset for them. I know they're 7th ranked team, so it's not a huge upset, but that's a big upset. Tyreek Tate, good tackle. Doesn't allow him to get around you. That might be Ramon Funk here. Oh, I thought he was going to scramble. He just throws it out of bounds. He probably could have hit his guy there. If he throws that lower to the ground, he might be able to hit his receiver. But he chose to throw it out of bounds. Oh, that one's going to go to his tight end, and he gets brought down hard. Obviously, I was about to say, obviously, it's 4-down territory. They got another quarterback in there. They must have put their backups in, too. I mean, up down 49-7, it would make sense you bring your backups in, but I didn't even realize it was a different quarterback. Peters will get down at the 31, and let's just hand the ball off a couple of times and get out of here because we've already established ourselves as a better team. This is probably how the BYU game is going to go at the beginning of next episode. But that Colorado game could be a little bit different because they're undefeated in the conference. But like I said, if we beat Colorado, we would obviously jump them. And then if that would probably secure our spot in the Pac-12 championship. And if Stanford stays with just one loss in the conference, then they would play and we would get our rematch. Which I really want to play Stanford again because I cannot believe that we lost to them in the regular season. We could not play. That was the game that opened my eyes. Oh, Keelan Streeter. That was the game that opened my eyes to Dylan Pelshak and his terrible play. So I really want to redeem myself and actually beat Stanford like we should have in the regular season. But it didn't go that way. We achieved the 2-minute warning. They're not going to use their timeouts, obviously, so we will just have to run a few plays and get out of this game with a big victory and stay fairly healthy. Oh, I forgot to check the injury to see how many weeks we were losing Kai Shirley for. Because I know it said he was done for the season, but I wanted to see how many weeks it was. I think injuries reset after every year, like every offseason. So it's not like he's going to miss the start of next year. But he's just going to miss the rest of this regular season and then all of whatever playoff, however long we play in the playoffs. Which kind of sucks because Kai Shirley's a great player, and I think he's a senior, so his career might be over as a Hawai'i player. And that'll be the ball game. 49-7, we beat Boston College. That's how I expected this game to go. I didn't expect California to be an easy game, and it was. But this is how I expected that game to go. Absolute pure domination. We impressed the scouts, or the recruits. Leo Van Dyke, player of the game, 236 yards, 3 touchdowns, 75% completion percentage. Very good for Van Dyke, the five-star sophomore. Oh, that's the nasty juke. The nasty juke. I hope that we did enough. This should be enough to get the commitment of Jimmy Steven, the five-star free safety, but I don't know about anybody else. It's going to be tough. We've got that Sergio, I forget his last name, Sergio something. He's also close to committing, but I don't know if this game's going to be enough to get it across. I guess we'll find out. But I do think Steven will commit when we simulate here to week 12. What's it going to be? Show me some commitments. It's going to be nobody. Jimmy Steven does not choose to commit to us. I really want to know how good Drango did. Did he enjoy his visit? Ollie Sweets, player of the game defensively and nationally. All right, we dump at number 4 in the country. Did Pittsburgh lose? They did lose 35-27 to Notre Dame, who jumps from 7 to 2. Wow. Okay. Oregon jumps to number 1. We jump from 5 to 4. That's kind of huge. That is kind of huge. So Pittsburgh couldn't handle it. Our schedule. Stanford, they lost. They lost again. They're 4-2 in the conference. I have no idea what's going to happen in the conference standings now, or in the conference championship, because Colorado's still undefeated in the Pac-12. So if we go to the conference standings here, we jump to number 2. It looked like, yeah. So we passed Stanford. So now it doesn't really matter. Now, even if we play Colorado, or even if we beat Colorado at the end of the season, next episode, we probably play them again in the Pac-12 championship because we're the only 2 teams with 1 loss in the conference. Unless Colorado loses the game before us, which I doubt that they would, but I guess it's possible. Then there's a chance that Stanford jumps back in, but it's looking like it's going to be us versus Colorado. So Jimmy Steven chose not to commit. Oh, that's tough. It's not over just yet. There's a good chance he commits next episode. Sergio Moon is who I was thinking of. But Alabama passed us. We do have him on campus next episode. That's tough. Oh, and Lorenzo Drango, we made a huge jump with that visit. Oh, this is tough. Week 12 is massive. Week 12 is absolutely massive. We have no more chances for visits, so we kind of just have to ride it out. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is absolutely insane. We might as well toss 50 on to Emeka Dongo. That's not what I wanted to do. Do that. How are we looking for you? Ooh, we jumped in number 1 for Devin Treggs. We haven't done anything for you. Alumbo locked us out. That's fine. I think I want to go a little bit more in on Mixon. So we'll do that. We'll do that. And we'll do that. We'll put a full 40 on Mixon. And Treggs will do, because we haven't even jumped in on Mixon because we only had 10 hours on him. But nobody's going after him, so we are looking good. Same thing with Emeka Dongo. Nobody's going after him as well in terms of offering his scholarship. So we should be pretty good there. But this has been a really, really good season for recruiting. And it's going to get better with the guys that we have on campus in week 12, which is today against, or next episode against BYU. And then we've got Colorado, which we could be seeing Colorado a lot in the next couple episodes because we're going to see them guaranteed in the next one because we play them on the scheduled final game of the year. But we could be seeing them in the Pac-12 championship if everything stays the way that it is. We'll have to wait and see, though. If you enjoyed the episode, leave it a like. Thank you for stopping by and watching. I truly, truly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.